There comes a time in life when you realize you've been living on autopilot. You wake up, scroll, work, sleep, but inside, something feels empty. Carl Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." This is your awakening, the moment you decide to stop existing and start living. In this video, we'll explore the 3-step routine that can truly change your life forever, based on Jung's timeless wisdom. Step by step, you'll learn how to reconnect with your soul and live with purpose, not patterns. Before change begins, you must understand who you are, not who the world told you to be, but your true self, the one beneath the masks. Jung believed that the journey of life is about individuation, the process of becoming whole. When you understand your inner world, your fears, desires, and shadow, you gain control over your outer world. This is where the transformation starts, with self-awareness. The first step in this life-changing routine starts when you wake up. Instead of reaching for your phone, reach for your breath. Sit in silence for 3 minutes. Feel your body. Ask yourself, what do I want to create today? Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." This morning ritual connects you to your inner self before the world distracts you. Every action starts with intention. Without intention, you drift. With intention, you direct. Jung taught that the psyche responds to symbols. So when you set your intention clearly, your unconscious begins working toward it. Write down one sentence each morning, your guiding truth for the day. Example: today, I will act with calm and courage. This single act reshapes your reality. The second step in this routine is the most powerful and the most difficult: shadow work. Jung defined the shadow as the parts of ourselves we deny or hide. Our anger, jealousy, pride, fear, everything we repress becomes shadow energy. To change your life, you must meet the shadow. Ask yourself, what triggers me? What do I judge in others? Those answers reveal your hidden self and your greatest opportunity for healing. Every evening, stand before a mirror. Look into your own eyes. Say out loud what you feel, not what you wish to feel. Be honest. Be raw. Jung said, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." This nightly ritual heals you more than meditation ever could, because it brings truth, and truth frees you. The third and final step is night reflection. Before sleep, replay your day in your mind, without judgment. Observe how you reacted, what you felt, what you resisted. This practice teaches you to live consciously. As Jung noted, there is no coming to consciousness without pain. But this pain is sacred. It transforms awareness into wisdom. Once you start this 3-step routine, morning alignment, shadow work, and night reflection, your life begins to change quietly. You become aware of your thoughts before they control you. You begin responding, not reacting. You start to sense deeper meaning in daily moments. This is a shift from unconscious living to conscious creation. When your inner world changes, your outer world follows. Jung explained that the unconscious mind shapes reality through symbols and attraction. So when you heal inside, you naturally attract different people, experiences, and opportunities. Your energy speaks before your words ever do. And suddenly, life starts to flow instead of force. Emotions are not enemies. They are messengers. In Jung's teachings, emotions carry clues to your deeper needs. Anger may hide fear. Sadness may hide longing. When you sit with them, not fight them, you transform pain into wisdom. That's the true alchemy of the soul, turning wounds into light. The part of you that once dreamed, laughed, and believed still lives within you. But adult life often buries that voice under fear and control. Revisit that child in your heart. Ask what they need. Play. Imagine. Create again. Healing your inner child reconnects you with pure authenticity, the foundation of all transformation. Every great transformation happens in silence. In moments when you disconnect from noise, your mind heals. Jung often sought solitude to hear his own soul. In silence, you begin to hear the whispers of your intuition, your personal compass. Spend 10 minutes a day in quiet, and you'll discover more truth than hours of talking ever reveal. To create a new life, You must release the old one. Letting go is not weakness. It's faith. Faith that something better awaits beyond the familiar. As Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Letting go clears space for that becoming. Your dreams are messages from your deeper mind. Jung believed dreams are the language of the unconscious. Keep a journal by your bed. Write whatever you remember upon waking. Over time, you'll start noticing patterns, symbols that reveal your true state of being. Your dreams are your soul's private conversation with you. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds as you integrate your insights into daily life. Notice your triggers. Breathe consciously. Stay kind to yourself. Each time you repeat this 3-step practice, your consciousness expands, like ripples in a pond. The more you understand yourself, the less you seek approval. You start living for truth, not applause. This is authenticity, the soul's natural state. Jung said, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. And when you do, life finally starts to feel real. When you live consciously, your energy changes. It becomes magnetic. People feel peace around you. Because you no longer project chaos, you radiate presence. Presence is power, the quiet confidence that needs no validation. After weeks or months of practice, you'll realize something beautiful. You've been reborn, not as someone new, but as who you were always meant to be. You've met your shadow, healed your heart, and awakened your spirit. That is a true essence of Jung's philosophy, rebirth through self-awareness. This 3-step routine is not a trend. It's a lifelong ritual. Morning alignment connects you with intention. Shadow work frees you from illusion. Night reflection deepens your wisdom. Live by this, and your life becomes art. Every day a masterpiece of awareness. Carl Jung believed that transformation is not about becoming perfect, but about becoming whole. You are both light and dark, dreamer and doer, spirit and shadow. The moment you embrace every part of yourself, you begin to live truly. This is a life-changing routine, not because it changes your habits, but because it changes you. And once you awaken, there is no going back. When you begin to live consciously, life starts to flow naturally. You stop fighting for control and start trusting the rhythm of existence. Jung believed that the soul has its own purpose, and when we align with it, synchronicities appear. Opportunities find you. The right people enter. Life begins to feel guided, not by chance, but by meaning. Many people think routines are boring, but Jung knew that sacred repetition heals the psyche. Doing the same mindful steps every day creates stability for your inner world. When your external life is balanced, your internal self begins to blossom. This 3-step routine, morning alignment, shadow work, and reflection, becomes your personal temple. Inside you lives both peace and chaos, light and dark, love and fear. Jung called this duality the union of opposites. Real change happens not when you destroy one side, but when you integrate both. When you stop fighting parts of yourself, you become whole. Wholeness, not perfection, is your true goal. When you live in awareness, you begin to hear your soul whisper. It speaks in intuition, feelings, dreams, and symbols. Your soul guides you toward growth, even when it hurts. Jung said, there is no birth of consciousness without pain. So, when discomfort arises, see it as your soul's invitation to evolve. As you grow inwardly, your relationships transform too. You attract what you are, not what you want. When you become conscious, you begin to draw people who reflect your healed energy. Old connections may fade. That's not loss, that's alignment. You are evolving into someone who no longer vibrates at the same frequency as your past. Jung believed that intellect alone cannot transform you. Only the heart can. Logic builds walls. Love breaks them. This step of transformation is about living with compassion for yourself and others. Every time you act from love instead of fear, you expand your consciousness. The heart is the true guide of an awakened soul. The most profound growth happens in stillness, not motion. Sit, breathe, observe. You'll realize that everything you seek is already within you. Jung once said, your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. In stillness, The heart reveals what the mind cannot. Through this routine, you slowly reconnect with something sacred, the divine energy within you. Not religion, but pure consciousness. The awareness that connects all beings. You begin to realize that life is not happening to you. It's happening through you. You are both the observer and the creator. This is a spiritual awakening Jung spoke of, the union between the ego and the soul. You'll reach a point where you realize transformation never truly ends. Every day is another step into deeper awareness. The 3-step routine is not just a habit. It's a lifelong spiritual path. Morning alignment awakens you. Shadow work purifies you. Night reflection elevates you. And as you repeat, your soul keeps unfolding, endlessly, beautifully, courageously. This is how your life changes forever, not in one moment, but in every moment you choose to awaken. As you continue this journey, you begin to notice how the outer world mirrors your inner world. Every person you meet, every situation you face, is a reflection of what still needs healing inside. This is not punishment, it's awareness. Jung said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. So instead of reacting, observe. The world becomes your teacher, and your soul begins to see truth in everything. Transformation is rarely loud. It's quiet. It happens in moments when you choose calm over chaos, forgiveness over anger, awareness over reaction. You'll realize you're changing when you no longer crave external validation, when peace feels more satisfying than attention. That's growth. That's the proof your routine is working, silently, beautifully. Over time, your energy begins to change. You no longer wake up heavy or anxious. You wake up curious, present, and calm. Your mind no longer races with fear. Your heart starts to trust. This is the invisible transformation Jung spoke of, when your unconscious and conscious selves begin to align. That alignment creates harmony, and harmony attracts miracles. One of the most profound results of this routine is peace in solitude. You stop fearing being alone, because now you enjoy your own company. Jung said, loneliness does not come from being alone, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to you. When you connect with your soul, you are never truly alone. Solitude becomes sacred, a space where your higher self speaks clearly. Every transformation requires a symbolic death. The old habits, old beliefs, old fears, they fall away. It can feel uncomfortable, like losing yourself. But you're not losing yourself. You're shedding the version of you that was never truly you. This is rebirth, the moment you stop surviving and start living consciously. Once your inner world stabilizes, creativity naturally returns. You start to write, draw, sing, build, not for success, but for expression. Jung believed creativity is the language of the unconscious mind trying to speak. So when inspiration strikes, honor it. It's your soul celebrating its freedom. Small rituals give structure to the soul. Lighting a candle before reflection, writing a single word of gratitude, taking a deep breath before sleep. These are sacred acts. They tell your unconscious mind, I am awake. I am present. Jung saw rituals as bridges between the visible and invisible worlds, ways to communicate with a deeper self. When you walk through your own darkness, you stop judging others for theirs. You begin to see that everyone is fighting an inner battle you cannot see. Compassion becomes your natural response. Jung said, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. Your heart opens, and that is the highest form of wisdom. As your consciousness grows, you begin to feel a quiet pull, a sense of direction. This is your purpose calling you. It doesn't shout. It whispers through your intuition. Jung called it the call of the self, the moment your soul begins guiding your destiny. Follow it. Even if you don't see the whole path yet, trust the step you're on. Finally, you reach a state of deep peace, not because life became perfect, but because you did. The 3-step routine has awakened the eternal flame within awareness, healing, and presence. This light will guide you through every storm ahead. Carl Jung's wisdom echoes here. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. That light is now yours. Keep it burning, every morning, every night, every breath. This is not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of your real life.